Meet Harry. Harry has been a bit down on his luck lately. In fact, he is down to his very last simoleon to his name. He has also no place to live. You could, in fact, call Harry homeless. He found this lovely little park tucked into the corner of a neighborhood and has decided to take up residence here at the moment until he has a chance to get back on his feet. He recently got an internship at an astronaut facility, and so he's hoping to perhaps get a career as an astronaut. But in the meantime, he spent the very last of his money to get some hot dogs so that he could have some food to eat. So he's here in the park and he's eating his hot dogs, and at the moment his mood is still positive, despite the fact that he's currently living in a park and not in a nice home or anything. It's a nice park, it's a nice day, nice weather. He just got hired for that internship for the astronaut career field, and he's hopeful for his future. However, this is going to be his first day living in the park, and he does not yet realize how difficult living without an actual home is going to be. I mean, right now he's going to have a nice full belly with delicious hot dogs, and that makes him hopeful for his future. But as you can see here, he's kind of just sitting here and just being contemplative. And thankfully, the one thing he still has to his name is his cell phone, because thankfully, due to the generosity of the Sim civilization, every Sim has a cell phone for free. He does not have a cell phone bill to pay, so that's lucky for him. Then, sometime later in the evening, a lovely redhead walked past his park, and he stopped to say hello because he was feeling a bit lonely. And she actually was kind enough to sit down and actually chat with him for a while. And because he is still in fairly good spirits, it's not easy to know that he actually is currently homeless, that he actually lives at this park. You know, as far as she knows, he was just kind of hanging out at the park, and she stopped by to chat with him. He still hasn't had a chance to take a shower, but he hasn't needed one yet, so he's not yet to the point where she would be turned off by that. After she leaves, he decides to try and get some sleep on one of the park benches. The park actually has quite a few benches, and so he's got his pick of them. But sleeping on a hard wood bench, you just don't get very much rest, do you? So he napped for as long as he could, but then he kind of woke up and he's kind of sitting around and thinking about things, and realizing, well, you know what, I'm still hungry. I still have some hot dogs left. I'm going to go ahead and grab one while they are still edible. They do spoil after some time. So he is here, kind of having some of his hot dogs, and then his only entertainment right now is his cell phone, unless someone stops by on their way past the park to have a chat with him, which occasionally has happened. And unfortunately, he got to his hot dogs just in time because the rest of them just spoiled. So because he doesn't have a refrigerator or a way of storing them, his food will spoil more quickly, and he has to kind of eat a little faster. And perhaps next time he'll have to eat faster than that. Or perhaps invite some people walking past the park to join him. That might be a nice thing for him, so that he can get a little socializing in. But you can see he's actually still in good spirits. But then he went off to work, and he comes home from work, in less than good spirits because he's very, very tired now. He's exhausted and he needs some sleep. So the first thing he does when he gets back home to his park is to catch a nap on a bench, since that's his only option for sleeping. He doesn't even have a sleeping bag to his name at this point, where he might be able to be a little bit more comfortable, but for right now his only option is to catch a nap on the benches. And here you can see he's like, okay, I kind of wish I had a bed, and I kind of wish I could take a shower. His only option for hygiene is to wash his hands in the public bathrooms in the park, so that helps his hygiene a little bit. But you can see he's not terribly happy right now, and he's very tired, and all he can do is curl back up on the bench and try and take another nap for as long as his body will allow him to sleep on a hard wooden bench. He did, like I say, go to work. He started his internship. Did not earn a lot, but it earned him enough. He now has 238 simoleons to his name. Not enough to get a home. There are no shelters for him to go to, and there's no apartments for him to rent. So he has to save up enough in order to actually buy some land and build an actual house. And so, in the meantime, he decided with some of his money to go ahead and buy some hamburgers and make some hamburgers on the grill in the park. So at least the park gives him some of his absolute basic necessities. The ability to cook, the ability to use a restroom, a place to sleep, albeit not very comfortably, and a place to wash up a little bit. He can't take a shower or a bath, but he can use the restroom sink to clean himself up a bit. But I think the reality of his situation has started to sink in, and he's clearly not in a very good mood right now, and he's actually looking quite down and realizing that if he can't rescue his situation quickly, because he needs to be able to increase his income through his job. And if he's continuously in a bad mood from lack of sleep and lack of good nutrition, etc., it will eventually impact his job performance and things. So he is more concerned about his future, and you can see his quivering lower lip. He is not very happy right now, and it's affecting his mood in a lot of ways. But anyway, that is the beginning of the story of Harry the homeless. Although he does have a chance of getting out of the situation because of the fact that he does have a job, and he got that because he is just a very intelligent person. So I don't know when the next chapter of his life will be posted, but stay tuned. The story of Harry will continue. Thank you. Take care.